hello. I believe you can actually even hear me. Maybe, perhaps I have entirely fixed the issue with the microphone. And hello and welcome from a beautiful and gorgeous Mexico and a phenomenal beach because this is our front yard. This is our little gate that we have our puppies running around. And this is the solar power that powers up everything we are using here. And welcome into the episode 6 of Soul Mission Movement. I wanted to talk to you about you being prepared for your purpose work, for your soul mission every single day. And I want to share with you a story, a profound story that till day now I am looking back at and I am absolutely wowed. If you are here with me live, hello, send an emoji and a heart, let me know how you can hear me, how is that landing for you. And I want to share with you a story because I want you to go back in your own experience to learn the lessons that they are for you to learn from, so you can go bigger and deeper in your purpose work, so you can go crazy, all insane passionate about your soul mission and step into with a greater amount of courage, boldness, unapologetic energy and expression of the energy of you. So there was a time back in Poland, way before even I was moved to Scotland, way before I even went into this deep spiritual journey, doing my shadow work every single day, bringing to the surface the stuff I didn't know that existed within me and was blocking me from moving forward. And when I was at the age of 21, I believe 22 was maximum, that was the time when I moved from my first job that I was in for 3 years, not first ever job, first full-time job. First full-time job when I was 18, the second one I moved and I got a job inside of the shops. They were 6 guys who in this medium-sized town have 6 shops with cosmetics, washing powders, washing liquids, face creams, mascaras, and all of that kind of things. And it was a very big time something I love to learn about. I love to research. I love to have a fancy stuff. I love to learn which components are inside of this cream, which product is the best to clean your shower or the floor. And that was the stuff that at that time I was into big time. And when I moved into these shops, I've noticed right away by using the skills I have had within me, not just learning things few in the school, but also the stuff that came up from the depth of me, my own specific abilities that most of other people don't have. And this is what I want you to start looking into. What are the special abilities you have? And you believe everyone else has them, but they don't. They simply don't. What are your special abilities? Because I want you to listen to that story and look back at your life and a special story for you from which you can pick it up, those beautiful pieces. In my specific case, that's a recovery from unworthiness, not believing in myself, not knowing my worth and value, into fully and entirely, like right now, owning my magnificence, owning my badassery, owning my special abilities. Majority of people don't even know that they exist. Okay, I want you to do exactly this for yourself. Hello, beautiful Bhavani. Oh my God, so awesome to have you here. I want you to start noting them and journaling about them every single day. I have a great announcement coming at the end, so stay with me. So when I moved into these shops, they had six shops. They got me into the shop. Obviously, they didn't know my experience. They didn't know how good I am with sales or not, marketing, none of that stuff. So I got into that shop and I learned that specific shop is second last place in how much money it brings for the whole business for these 2 owners. So it's second last with how much money it brings. Now, why I was in this shop and I was working with a girl that I was challenged a little bit by her behavior. There was something she was doing on the side. I didn't knew I knew it is not fair. I knew it is not honest, and I was not in alignment that I am next to it, and I'm under a pressure of if things are gonna come out, I could be blamed or I will be the one who said something, blah blah blah. So I've decided I'm gonna talk to my bosses because there was a girl who would be working on weekends, and I asked them, guys, if you will put me if you will let me work with this girl most of the time, if I'm gonna be having this partner that two of us are working all the time together, then I'm gonna move your shop into the top of the sales. I'm gonna move this shop in how much money it brings you into maybe even second place. Okay, they were very much intrigued. Back in the day in Poland, that was 20 years ago, no one said things like that. No one had this amount of confidence. And what I started doing the second they said yes, I jumped on and I spent every single minute of my time over there improving everything in this shop. Not only I took in charge of how many things we are ordering from which dealers, for example, not this amount of face creams from this dealer, but different cream is selling better, and then this mascara goes better, and then this is more desirable product we need, and I started taking charge of that. But the bigger thing I did was that I've changed the setup on all of the shelves. It was so easy for me and logical and normal that if you want to sell something, you put on an eye level this thing that maybe it isn't the cheapest, but it isn't the most expensive, and you just set it all up in such a smart, intelligent way, and you just made the display so attractive but not overwhelming, so easy accessible but not too much, not cramped. And I just mastered it. And I don't remember how long it took me. Was it a week, 3 weeks? Was it a month or two? I don't know, remember exactly, but it was working. And the number one thing I did, no one else did, my energy towards every person that was coming in was on the top shelf. Every single person, whether they bought or not, were treated like the most amazing person in the whole wide world. There was no people pleasing. It was just top class service, a smile, presence. If I sense if someone wants a little bit advice, ask me. Yeah, of course, I have this information for you. If someone wants to choose for themselves, doesn't want my advice, go and choose. Tell me which one, just to pass it into your hands. That's it. Because that kind of person I was myself. There were times when I was going shopping and I wanted advice, but most of the time I know my stuff. I know what I want. I don't need you to into me what you think should be sold, and I don't want it. That resulted in people flooding our shop, and if there were two of us working, the line towards me would be the longest line because everyone wanted that advice or that special service. And I think it was within a first month, I moved the shop into second place. Within second or third month, the shop was on the first place of how much money it actually brings into the business. Guys were shocked. These guys were shocked. They asked me, Eliza, do you want to work in a shop that is closer to your home so you have less travel of walking or driving or whatever to get to the work and back? And I said, yeah, that will be amazing. That will be absolutely amazing. And they said, we have a shop over there for you that is right now on the lowest place. It is giant shop. It is huge space, and it isn't utilized in the best way at all. And we would like you to work over there if you would like to move that shop perhaps a little bit higher. And I said, awesome, amazing, and I was working with someone who, again, it was two of us girls. That other girl was not interested at all in, the only thing she wanted is the time to finish and go back home. Any spare time in between clients, she would be reading book for her study that she was doing. She wouldn't be doing anything extra in the shop, bare minimum. And I just decided, okay, I'm not gonna complain. I'm just gonna dove all into setting up the shop. And again, within a few weeks, I set it all up. It just went absolutely high. I believe it went to the second place of how much money it brings to the business. And then I was moved to another shop, back again the other shop, and I believe it was February, short month, and the little money that I got from it, decided I'm just gonna move on. But the moral of this story is that you, before you perhaps even stepped into your spiritual journey, way before you probably look into yourself and your life and your abilities, you already expressed your beautiful and absolutely phenomenal abilities. The only issue you might have in not expressing them right now is not knowing how to look at yourself as the one, as the person who creates it for yourself. Life like that was just a dream for me. It was something I never thought it was possible. And the story I'm telling you about from 20 years ago, exactly 20 years ago, when I was 21 or 22, this is not that I thought this stuff is possible for me. That was Poland way before European Union. So, well, just before European Union and all of that stuff. So I want you to dig back in your past and ask yourself honestly, what is my speciality? It doesn't have to be one thing. Look back at the outstanding results you created for yourself, for someone else, maybe someone else's business, maybe someone else's well-being. Look at your magnificence by looking back into your past. This is exactly how you are opening the doors to the magnificent future. You learn from your past, not just your best stuff, not just your shadow, but both of them at the same time. And you need to know how to do it. The thing is that when you are stepping into your purpose work, let me know, guys, if that makes sense. Making people feel better. Exactly. You can call yourself healer, teacher, you can call yourself well-being master, whichever way works best for you, but it is your job to acknowledge that. Why? Because universe is gonna respond to you to the level of worthiness you seeing yourself with. And then obviously you will be meeting people in your environment, maybe an extended family member or a person within that meditation group or something, who's not gonna see your worth and value. And this is especially the time to learn and remember they don't have to. They don't have to. Because whatever they see or don't see doesn't define your worth and value. You are inherently worthy as you are exactly the way you are. But if you don't feel it, if you don't actively reprogram your subconscious with that fundamental belief that you are a prey to those low frequency thought forms that are floating all over everywhere. And then you're bumping into another person and you're absorbing their low frequency thoughts because you're not doing your homework. You're not reprogramming your subconscious day in, day out with who you truly are and how phenomenal you are exactly the way you are. And on the top of it, here is the proof from the things you already did. Now, the proof is a result of you expressing your worth. It's not a proof of your worth. I want you to see the difference. You're worthy because you exist. You are deserving because you exist. Everyone deserves the best. Everyone deserves amazing. Everyone is worthy. Absolutely everyone. Even if it is the Hitler child himself. Everyone is worthy and deserving inherently because we exist. But you get to see that, a proof of it, only when you're expressing it. And if you don't believe in it, if you're not doing daily internal work by walking in the feeling of the wish fulfilled, walking as that future self who already knows how to express your magnificence day in, day out, in your purpose work, in your private life, 24/7. And that's what decides in how fast you are manifesting the life that you desire. That's what decides if you are going to collapse the time and space around your dream and its manifestation, or you are actually pressing the brakes constantly, delaying its manifestation for the last 10 years. What you know deep inside of you about you, whether it's worthiness or unworthiness, decides on what you are creating. I am worthy of my existence, obviously, and you're worthy of every of your dream being created and manifested exactly the way you want it. What is your version of your freedom? Like, look, go all in, go crazy. Turn off all of your TV devices, everything for 2 hours this evening and go all into crazy dreaming, imagination, heart opening, journaling, movement session. What is your dream? What is your freedom expression looks like if everything would be already done? Like, because your version of your freedom is for you to be created and manifested. It isn't something that perhaps will happen, perhaps not. If you dream about it, it is what your soul is whispering to your ear and to your heart that you came here to do and create for yourself. And just like water, air, sun is available to all of us, the same it is with money. Exactly the same. We have now people saying a beautiful thing. How come we are the only species in a whole wide world who has to pay for living and surviving on this planet? But what if you will change the way you are looking at money? What if money is easy, accessible, and available? Because that bird that is being fed by that fruit is spreading the seeds for that tree. It is spreading it, it's eating its fruit, and then it poops out those little things with the seeds and it spreads them all over the forest or behind the forest, wherever it's flying. So it's not getting anything for anyone, but it is available to it 24/7 when it chooses to flap its wings and fly and search for food. We have a pigeon I called Pedro. He has only one leg. I bet when he lost his leg, I bet he thought, holy shit, my life is over. Little did he knew that now every single person on this camping is gonna be feeding Pedro and chasing other pigeons away, and it's Pedro territory, because that's what happens. Pedro is now fed 5 times a day by multiple groups of people, and he's living his best life. And he thought his life is over because he's lost his one food. Why? Because he believes in abundance. Because he still chooses to fly and go and search for food, and here it is in abundance. All he has to do is show up. I say, Pedro, Pedro, and he already, okay, food. And he's getting his supply. The same it is with us. What if money is a currency, is an exchange? I'm breathing in and out. That's exchange. I'm sharing stuff with you. You're taking that in and you're making this world better. You're putting into action, you're creating the shift and change, and you're impacting the world in a better way. Some of you are going to sign up for one-on-one with me very soon. Another one of you is going to join this new program I'm going to talk about in a second. Another one of you is going to sign up for nothing, but you're going to keep on using this free content to improve yourself, your life, and that will impact your children. What's going to happen with that? You're going to grow up a conscious beings. All of that is energy exchange, but our perception of money has to change if we desire to be in flow and treat money like sun, or the life I desire available to me because I decided to express to myself that I am worthy of it, and universe has no chance but to respond to me as a mirror effect of my worth. Yes, Eliza. Yes, you are worthy. You've always been. You always will be. Yes, there you go. Life in Mexico at the beach. It isn't too cold. It isn't too hot. It is just perfect. I feel like a queen, like a princess, like the most beautiful and amazing child of God every single day I go on this beach. Yesterday I walked 7 miles or something. It was phenomenal. Puppies did all this way with me. And the day before, and the day before, and the day before. And go to the coffee shop, and go for a pizza, and go with a family walk, and have my own me time, and then relax, and then do some work, and then hug and cuddle. Yes, last night we had such a phenomenal conversation with my beloved Andrea. The conversation that makes people grow profoundly in the same direction, creating even bigger, unshakable foundation for our relationship. And this is the life that I desired. You are capable of creating all of that for yourself. But if they are pieces of the puzzles missing for you to do it, then how can you fly if you don't allow yourself to learn how to use your wings? Just like Pedro, he doesn't have one foot, but that doesn't stop him from flying and eating and being our favorite pigeon over here. So you've got to learn what kind of pieces of a puzzle do you need for your journey to manifest your dream, to manifest your freedom lifestyle, to embody freedom frequency, to learn what is your purpose work in this chapter of your journey about, to learn the hidden qualities you already have and possess, and learn how to start opening them up and dial up so you can fly high. This life is not about just getting by. It is not for someone like me. If you're watching this, it isn't for you also. You are not watching this because you are attracted to a little tiny doing barely minimum and just getting by. No, heck no. This is for the overachievers, but not from a place of pressure, not from a place of unworthiness, not from a place of fear, but because it's easy, but because it is fun, because it is simple, it is so doable. Think of a high frequency of bliss and magnificence. When you were a 5-year-old, you could imagine yourself being princess or a prince. You jumped into this energy and you were in it for hours, playing that role with other children or on your own or with your dolls or with your pets. That's how easy it is to do a quantum jump into the frequency of the future you. And this is exactly what the next program is about. I am announcing right now a pre-sale and an early bird if you would like to join. If that's the case, send me a private message. I will teach you over there how to embody freedom frequency so you can walk in the feeling of the wish fulfilled, so you can stay in the feeling of the wish fulfilled, so you can fall asleep every single night in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. This is a very simple action taking based program and together group experience. We are going to be bouncing off one another to create this beautiful momentum. It's gonna be simple, it's gonna be easy, and it's gonna be fun. We're gonna get together for a few weeks and we're gonna master quantum jumping into the frequency of you and staying there, so the universe in its own time can respond to you. Yes, yes, Bhavani, that's it. This is the new you. There you go. Yes, Kevin. Yes, John. Yes, Mary. Yes, Susan. So this is what we are going to be doing somewhere in about 3 weeks, I believe. If this is what it feels in alignment with you, let me just reassure you, this is for those who are into Neville Goddard's and his teaching, Eckhart Tolle, Dr. Joe Dispenza, and my work, this profound energy, no excuses, full on responsibility for how I think and feel, and jumping all in. This is phenomenal for those for whom the most important and value of value is your time, because we're gonna do it in a very potent way. I'm not gonna be spending 15 hours to teach you the science behind it and all of it. This is amazing, but this is a action-based program. Jump in high and stay there, and the universe is going to follow. Send me a private message if you would like to join. We are starting soon and the price is gonna go up probably within 5 days. I'm wishing you absolutely all the best, and let me know in the comments how that episode is impacting you. I would love you to do yourself a favor and list those abilities you are uncovering within yourself. When you were 15, when you were 5, when you were 20, when you were 30, right now, today, yesterday, and future, because your knowledge about your empowered phenomenal self creates it for you. You knowing about it, you coding yourself. I'm phenomenal, I'm amazing, oh my god, look what I have done with just using my intuition, with just using my brain, with just using my open heart and my smile. I wish you all the best. Thank you for being here with me. Mwah.